So we're on the way back home, and before starting this trip, one of the people that I actually spoke to was Ben Broder at Goldfields Off-Road. And one of the first sponsors I approached was ARB. And I approached ARB for a number of reasons. One of the key reasons was that the quality of their products really is up and beyond. But one of the issues we faced was that we were bringing a few more team members along than the last series. So we needed a bit of luxurious accommodation for them. And I said, Ben, what could ARB offer? And he said a rooftop tent. I'm like, nah, a bit too bulky. Double swag. And I said, no, that might be a bit awkward. And he said, well, how about some swags? And I said, okay, well, let's see what they have to offer. I said, are they very popular? And he said, yes, they are. They're very sought after in this part of the world, particularly with the drillers. We're here in the Goldfields, and the drillers, which work on RC, RAB, diamond rigs out there looking for mineral deposits, don't just use these for 1 or 2 nights or the odd week. They use these for months on end, and they love them. And Ben was telling me they love them because they're spacious, they've got good airflow, and they're relatively easy to set up and put down. So this is the swag in question over here, the ARB Touring swag. We've had Claire, our medic, sleeping in this one, and Damon, our cameraman, has been sleeping in another one for nearly a month now, in all kinds of terrain. One of the great features about this swag, compared to its rivals out there on the market, is that you don't actually have to peg it into the ground, which I quite like too, because as you can see, the terrain that it's actually on here is quite hard, and we just end up bending a heap of fence pegs. So that's a really good feature. The pole system clips all in place, so there's no internal poles, so that gives you a bit more space inside. If you come a bit closer, I'll give you a bit more of a look at the interior. Now, they are a heavy swag, and the reason being is it is a very durable canvas that they're actually made out of, which is good. If you've got the rain, big rains coming, it's not going to soak through quite as easily, which we have. We've had thunderstorms, and they've performed amazingly with that. You've got a really nice fine midgie net. Now that's a midgie net, not a mosquito net. Now a mosquito net will have a slightly larger gauge hole, and on your cheaper swags that's what you'll get. It is so annoying if you're out in the bush and you've bought a cheap swag or a cheap tent and you've got mosquito net, because your sandflies, your midgies are all going to get through and you're going to get bitten from head to toe. And the most important thing when you're touring or you're going out bush or you're working out in the scrub is a good night's sleep, because otherwise you get fatigued, you run off the road, you roll your car and you become another statistic. So you need a good night's sleep. So you've got nice airflow in through here, you've got vents down the bottom, vents up the top here. Now this one has literally just been used, but it is in respectable condition. So you've got nice little pouches on either side to put your torch so you can read inside. Both Claire and Damon, our medic, are perfect size-wise for this. They can actually even sit up in the swag, and you can actually get changed inside your swag. It's not literally a body bag. So they are a really, really good bit of kit. And if you are looking at doing a lot of camping and you like the simplistic approach, I would thoroughly recommend them. Probably the one criticism I'd have is that they are a very heavy swag, and in some ways it is a criticism and in others it's a compliment. The reason being why they're so heavy is due to the thickness of their material and their overall construction. But they do become a very bulky item. So if you haven't got a roof rack, if you haven't got a full length roof rack, or you haven't got a utility, make sure that when you go into your ARB dealership that you look at the box and don't go, oh, I can roll it straight up into that size every day of the year. You won't. You just won't. Get the box, imagine it 3 times the size, because that's how you'll be on the day before you have to go back to work, and that's pretty much the worst possible size it will be. And if you can't fit that in the car, then they'll probably get you to buy a roof rack, or you'll just have to go out and see what other swags are on the market. And there's hundreds of different swags out there, but I definitely encourage you to have a look at the ARB Touring Swag. For more reviews like this and to hear more about our epic adventure, visit seriouslyseries.com.au. Once again, we want to continue making these videos, we want to continue engaging you, the audience, so please go down to the bottom of the page, click the donate button and give what you can. Okay, I'll catch you later.